Computer, what is inside and how it works? Engineered by N423M. What is a computer? A computer is an electronic device for storing and processing data, typically in binary form, according to instructions given to it in a variable program. So, anything electronic and programmable is computer. In computer science definition, a computer is a device or system that is capable of carrying out a sequence of operations in a distinctly and explicitly defined manner. A computer system has three main components: hardware, software, and people. The equipment associated with a computer system is called hardware. Software is a set of instructions that tells the hardware what to do. People, however, are the most important component of a computer system. People use the power of the computer for some purpose. In fact, a computer can be a tool for just about anyone, from a business person, to an artist, to a housekeeper, to a student. An incredibly powerful and flexible tool. These are some examples of hardware, software and people. Any machine which use the basic of computing, such as printers, CCTV camera, or mobile phone, are computer hardware. For software, the example are such Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, any Adobe products, and so forth. There are too many software to be named for this video. People is the one responsible in using and giving the instruction to the computer. What is inside a common computer? These components usually encased inside a computer chassis. Some of the common components in a typical computer are: motherboard, CPU or central processing unit, heatsink, RAM or random access memory, GPU or graphic card unit, optical drive, PSU or power supply unit, and HDD or hard disk drive. Computer component explained. Computer chassis. A computer chassis case, in the form of tower, system unit, or cabinet, is the enclosure that contains most of the components of a personal computer, usually excluding the display, keyboard, and mouse. Motherboard. The computer's largest circuitry board is the motherboard, where the computer's most important electronics exist. In other words, it is the home to the essential PC components. CPU. This component controls the operation of the computer and performs its data processing functions, simply referred to as processor. Heatsink. A device or substance for absorbing excessive or unwanted heat. RAM. A computer memory in which data can be changed or removed and can be looked at in any order. Hard disk. A hard disk drive, HDD, is a rigid non-removable magnetic disk with a large data storage capacity. Power supply unit. A power supply unit, PSU, converts mains AC to low voltage regulated DC power for the internal components of a computer. Optical drive. A type of optical storage in which the medium is in the form of a disk that is rotated to give one dimension of access while the light beam is scanned radially to give a second dimension. Graphic card unit. A circuit board that allows a computer to show images on its screen. How computer work? All computer works in a similar fashion. There are four main principles on how a computer functions: input, processing, storage, output. So now, let us talk about how actually the computer works internally. This first thing you do is giving an input. The input may come from various forms, including from the keyboard, or maybe from your mobile phone touches or gestures, or even voices in voice recognition system. So, basically, when you have given the input to the computer stores the data. In this case, it is stored in RAM. And then, it will process the data, and return the data back to the RAM before it is given back as an output. Finally, the output will be shown either on your screen or as a printed material and so forth. Okay, so, to conclude this video, we will see the computer using a real-life image example. First is the input. The keyboard is one from the many examples of an input. The input converts physical information to binary information. The computer will store the information in the storage. There are two forms of storage. One is memory and another one is data storage. In this example, we will use the prior form, which is the memory, and for the real-life example, we will use the RAM. From the RAM storage, the data will be processed. The component that processes the data is called CPU, or Central Processing Unit. After being processed, the data will be sent back to the RAM before it is shown as an output. The processing will convert the data into a physical output. The output real-life example in this video is the monitor screen. I am Victoria, a macOS text-to-speech program. Thank you for watching. The end.